My name is Stephanie Philpott and I am a Business Finance Analyst at DePuy Synthes, a Johnson & Johnson MedTech company. I attended Gael College, which is a Gael school in the north side of Cork City, and I always look back at secondary school being the first stepping stone into me thinking that I could even go to college. In the first year that I studied at MTU, I had a part-time job as a cashier in the Eurogiant, so having just missed out on Susie for college, I had to get a second part-time job at night time. I didn't really have days off like many other students, so any time that I had really was spent in the library or it would have been doing assignments. I have always had a big interest in sports since secondary school, and I'm currently playing tag rugby with my friends and the DePuy social team on Monday nights. When January comes around, I'll be back to camogie. Camogie is probably one of the best ways to release stress, especially any work-related or life-related stress. It works for everything. So my career journey to date, I started off when I was applying for internships, and I was quite late to get an internship during college. So I went and took my own initiative and messaged the talent team at Clearstream. As I was working so much, I did the interview in Eurogiant's stockroom. I got the internship and I did 9 months with Clearstream, and it really planted the seed for my interest in ERPs that I still have today. After completing my final year exams, I progressed into a role at Irish Distillers, which was literally my dream job. I was one of the first IT graduates that Irish Distillers had ever hired, and we worked on a 2-year time frame with 3 rotations. And my rotations went in the order of rotation 1, web development, rotation 2, project management, and rotation 3, SAP back office solutions team. Because I had done a lot of this work already in college, we had done so much on web development, I was equipped with the skill set to do this role. The second rotation that I had done was project management. This was my first experience where I didn't enjoy it, but also the project didn't move. So for me, this was a really key learning situation that not every project will be successful, and that's the way that we look back on it. So lastly, the SAP finance and controlling, which was my favourite, and I knew once I was in that role that I wanted to be either in the SAP finance and controlling area or I wanted to be in finance, which was really funny because when I was in college, if somebody had mentioned doing finance or any accounting role to me, I would have laughed. When I seen the role for Johnson & Johnson as a Business Finance Analyst, I was straight away sparks. I clicked in and looked at the job specs, and everything really aligned with the experience that I had and everything that I wanted to do. And with this, I was applying through an agency, so I would have been a contractor for a year. And I had my screening call, and within a week I'd accepted the role, where I'm responsible for certain hubs around different countries for our global teams. And working on a global team, I work in the intercompany pricing team. And I do think that networking is extremely important, and for me the first start to my networking was LinkedIn, and the first step was to connect with our BIS alumni, our current students, and this was all made that much easier by our BIS group that was created by the lecturers. And also I found this group was so important as well when looking for internships or graduate program roles. I have made it an effort to connect with my colleagues and also people who might be in a higher position of something that I might want to do, because you get to see a lot of their updates, and also they might share some roles that come up in their company or their organisation. And this is really important because if you see someone who started at BIS MTU where you started, and then this is where they are now, this could also be you. And I think always having a sense of the bigger picture and where we all fit in is so important, because you connect with people in ways that you don't even know until you have those conversations and you spark those conversations. And also I think it makes a difference about companies that have ERGs, which is an employee resource group. I think it's really important to be able to stand for other people who might be affected by a situation, and having that community and also a channel to promote ideas and also create a safe environment for everyone is so important. A key takeaway that I would take from MTU would really be the care that we have received from the lecturers, and also how well set up that I was when I did leave college, because the shift from college to workplace can be kind of scary. But I was really set up, and I was set up for success. When people hear that I have a BIS degree, I always get the comment on, isn't it really broad? How did you know what you wanted to do? And I think that's the most important thing looking back how all of our lecturers were able to give so much information and also work on so many different areas with us. And not every student is going to be the same. So for me, I really enjoyed the ERP side of things, the web development side of things. Really, I loved the technical side. But to be able to have the experience and knowledge on the business side as well is so important when you go to any role. And I think really I would never ever look back and think that I regret doing BIS, because it was the best choice that I've ever made. Also, I think a bit of advice that I would give to my younger self who would have just been starting off in college is that 4 years is not a long time. It goes really fast. And I think the main thing I would have expressed is build your network. There are a lot of societies or clubs that you can join. For me, I really enjoyed sports, so I tried to play the camogie when I could, but as somebody who was doing 2 jobs, working, studying and doing exams, I wasn't able to do it consistently every week. But being able to show up when I could is really important, and also having that community where it's not just people in BIS that you know people in different areas. I think that was really important. And also towards your personal growth. I'm not the same person that I am when I was 18 years of age going into MTU to now. I'm a whole different person, and I think if I looked back and said to myself where I am today, I wouldn't have believed it. So the main advice I would give is work hard, be proud, and all of the rest will come.